didn't want to know God, and of course, he will not let Israel go. Come to the title of my exhortation. What then is testimony? Testimony is evidence given by a witness. Testimony must put God first. As we have seen in Joseph. Joseph did, and he made God the actual interpreter of dreams. We must, in our testimony, make God look good. As Joseph had done. Paul and Barnabas answered them boldly. First, we must give testimony and speak about God. This in Acts chapter 13 verse 46. Testimony is not showing off or pride. Christian life and Christian living. It must be part of daily living experience of a Christian. Together, let us look at some reasons why we must give testimony, or put another way, what are the purposes of giving testimony? One, it is an act of worshiping, thanking, and praising God. The Psalms are full of testimony of David. Worshiping, praising, and thanking God. I read, when I called, you answered me. Psalm 138 verse 3. Another one, I was pushed back and about to fall. But Lord helped me. Psalm 118 verse 13. David's testimonies of God's greatness, immensity, and mightiness, and glory were great acts of worship to God. And with such worship, God was pleased that he called David a man after God's own heart. That you find in Acts chapter 13 verse 22. God himself, David, a man after. Testimonies as acts of worship strengthen our relationship with God.
Ẹ̀rí nípa sísin Olúwa ó ń jẹ́ kí a ní okun tó gbópọn níbi àsìsìn Ọlọ́run.
The passage in Psalm 84 verse 2 says, "My soul yearns, even faints for the courts of the Lord."
Nínú ìwé orin Dáfídì orí 84 ẹsẹ̀ kẹta pé ọkàn mi pẹ̀lú ń fà sí àgbàlá Olúwa.
Testimonies strengthen our faith.
Ẹ̀rí máa ń mú kí ìgbàgbọ́ wa kó lókun nú.
Our belief.
Àti ohun tí a gbàgbọ́ nínú rẹ̀.
Our trust and our confidence in God.
Ìgbẹ́kẹ̀lé wa àti ìfọkànsìn àti ìfọkàntán nínú Ọlọ́run.
Second point.
Ẹ̀rí kejì.
Testifying is recommending God to others and the great solution to any problem.
Jíjẹ́rìí sí ohun tí ó ṣe àtohun tó tún lè ṣe nípa ìṣòro tàbí làálàá tí ẹnìkan là kọjá.
Moses did that.
Mósè ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀. Nínú ẹsẹ̀ Bíbélì kẹta tí a kà.
Moses told his father-in-law
Mósè sọ fún
everything that Lord had done.
Nípa gbogbo tí Ọlọ́run ti ṣe.
And in your life and in my life,
nínú ayé rẹ àti nínú ayé bàbá wa,
the Lord had done a lot.
Ọlọ́run ti ṣe ohun lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀.
Ẹni bá máa mú rò.
If you know how to think deeply,
yóò mọ̀ gbẹ́dà.
you will know how to give thanks.
If you just tarry a while and look back.
Ẹ díẹ̀ tó bá wò sàn kò sẹ́yìn.
From the day you were conceived in your mother's womb.
Látijọ́ tá a ti lóyún rẹ nínú ìyá rẹ wá.
Till today.
Títí di ọjọ́ òní yìí.
You just cannot testify to God's goodness in your life enough.
O ò lè jẹ́rìí sí ohun gbogbo tí Ọlọ́run ti ṣe fún ọ nínú ayé rẹ tán.
And we should proclaim God's work.
Ká a sì sọ nípa iṣẹ́ Olúwa.
God's grace.
Oore ọ̀fẹ́ Olúwa.
And God's goodness to us among members of our family.
Àti ire rẹ̀ láàrin àwọn mọ̀lẹ́bí gbogbo.
Friends.
Ọ̀rẹ́.
Neighbors.
Àwọn ará àdúgbò.
Co-workers.
Àwọn abániṣiṣẹ́ papọ̀.
Colleagues.
Àwọn tó tẹ́jọ́ rìn.
Members of our churches.
Àwọn tẹ́jọ́ jọ́sìn nínú ìjọ.
And as far and as wide.
Àti àwọn ará àti ojúlùmọ̀ gbogbo.
The goodness of God must not be kept away from others.
Oore Olúwa a ò gbọdọ̀ gbé pamọ́ rárá.
We must not cover it with any.
A ò gbọdọ̀ fohunkóhun bò ó.
It must not be hidden.
A ò gbọdọ̀ gbé pamọ́.
It must be raised high for others to see.
A gbọdọ̀ gbé ga sókè fún ẹlòmíràn láti rí i.
To hear.
Láti gbọ́ nípa rẹ̀.
And to embrace.
Láti ti gbà á.
That way we are evangelists.
Nígbà náà la ń ṣe ìjíhìnrere.
And carrying out the Great Commission.
A sì fi iṣẹ́ ńlá rẹ̀ hàn.
In Matthew 28:19.
Nínú ìwé Matthew orí 28 ẹsẹ̀ 21.
Which says, therefore go and make disciples of all nations.
Kí ẹ lọ sí gbogbo ayé.
We cannot make disciples of all nations without testimony.
A ò lè jèrè ọkàn láti wàásù ní gbogbo àgbáyé láìsí ẹ̀rí.
Our charity, of course, must begin at home.
Ilé wa láti gbọ́dọ̀ kó ẹ̀ṣọ́ lọ sí òde.
Just as we saw with Moses.
Bí a ti rí nípa ti Mósè.
He had gone through a lot.
Ó ti la ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ nǹkan kọjá.
In getting the children of Israel out of Egypt.
Láti gbá àwọn ọmọ Ísírẹ́lì jáde kúrò nílẹ̀ Íjíbítì.
He didn't keep what he had gone through to himself.
Kò fi pamọ́ ohun gbogbo tó ti là kọjá fún ara rẹ̀ nìkan.
He came first to to his father-in-law.
Ó fi ẹ̀rí rẹ̀ fún bàbá ìyàwó rẹ̀.
And of course, if he gave it to his father-in-law, he must have given to a lot of other people.
Nígbà tó sì ti fi hàn fún bàbá ìyàwó rẹ̀ yẹn, ó túmọ̀ sí pé ó fi ẹ̀rí yìí pa á fún ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ènìyàn mìíràn.
If our charity begins at home, it must not end at home.
Bí a bá kẹ́sọ̀ọ́ láti inú.
It must move from home to everywhere else and to the end of the world.
Ó ń kúrò láti inú ilé lọ síbòmíràn títí tó fi dé òpin ayé gbogbo.
We must share what we know of God and let others be recipients and beneficiaries of our knowledge and goodness of God.
A gbọ́dọ̀ pín àwọn tí a bá mọ̀ kí a jẹ́ kí àwọn ènìyàn sì jẹ́ alábàápín láti gbà nínú oore tí Ọlọ́run ṣe fún wa.
3.
Ìkẹta.
Testimony edifies the hearer and the giver.
Ẹ̀rí máa ń fi ìgbélárugẹ fún ẹni tí ń gbọ́ àtẹni tí ń fi fúnni.
I've earlier referred to David's testimonies, which were given thousands of years ago, and today we are edified by those testimonies as much as David was edified when he gave them.
Nígbà títí Dáfídì bó ti fi àgbésílẹ̀ rẹ̀ àti àgbékalẹ̀ rẹ̀ títí di òní olónìí, a sì ń tọ ipasẹ̀ àwọn ẹ̀rí tí ó ṣe.
The more you tell others about the goodness of God in your life,
bí a ti ń sọ nípa oore Ọlọ́run fún ẹlòmíràn nínú ayé wa,
the more you are blessed, and the more your listeners are blessed.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni a ó máa bùkún fún gbogbo àwọn tí bá ń gbọ́ ẹ̀rí rẹ gbogbo.
That was the situation in the time of David.
Nínú ìgbà ayé Dáfídì.
And it remains the situation today.
Tó ti fi di ọjọ́ òní olónìí yìí.
Testify and let your blessings be increased.
Jẹ́rìí jẹ́ kí ìbùkún rẹ kó pọ̀.
And be multiplied.
Kó sì di púpọ̀ lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀.
Along with the blessings of your listeners.
Lọ pẹ̀lú ìbùkún fún àwọn tí yóò máa gbọ́.
4.
Ìkẹrin.
Testimonies put devil to shame and put him down.
Ẹ̀rí a máa dójú tèṣù yóò sì sọ dẹni ilẹ̀ pátápátá.
The passage, they overcame him, that's Satan, by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. That's in the face of challenges and difficulties, the more we hang in God, the more we are empowered to withstand and hold firm against Satan.
Nínú làálàá wa nígbà tí ẹ̀rí bá dé tí a sì jẹ́rìí rẹ̀ níbẹ̀ la dójú tèṣù tí a sì fi ẹsẹ̀ múlẹ̀ sí ní gbogbo ìgbà.
Testimonies of goodness of God is inimical and poisonous to Satan.
Ẹ̀rí láti máa jẹ́ ìṣòro tí Ọlọ́run ṣe ó máa ń dójú ti èṣù gan ni.
He wants to hold us captive.
Ó fẹ́ máa fi wá sínú ìgbèkùn nígbà mìíràn.
Testimony is one way of freeing ourselves from the stronghold of Satan.
Ẹ̀rí jẹ́ nǹkan lára tó lè túni sílẹ̀ nínú ìgbèkùn èṣù gbogbo.
I put it this way.
Bàbá fi sí ọ̀nà yìí báyìí.
Tell the goodness of God to others and let Satan flee from you.
Sọ nípa oore Ọlọ́run fún àwọn ará kí èṣù kó lè sá.
Your testimony confirms your faith in God.
Ẹ̀rí rẹ ó ń jẹ́rìí sí ìgbàgbọ́ rẹ nínú Olúwa.
The good things that happen to us are not by chance or luck.
Àwọn tó ń ṣe ẹ̀sìn wa ní rere àti dáradára kì í ṣe nítorí pé a mọ̀ ọ́n ṣe.
Or any charm.
Tàbí nípa oògùn.
They are all from God and we should proclaim it to the annoyance of Satan.
Ohun gbogbo wọ̀nyí àti ọ̀dọ̀ Ọlọ́run ni ẹ̀rí ti wá, a sì gbọ́dọ̀ sọ kí èṣù bá lè bínú.
As Christians,
Gẹ́gẹ́ bí Kìrìsìtẹ́nì,
We know, as James put it in chapter 1, verse 17.
Bí Jákọ́bù ti kọ́ nínú ìwé orí kìíní rẹ̀ ẹsẹ̀ 17.
Every good and perfect gift is from above.
Ohun gbogbo àti ẹ̀bùn dáradára àtòkè ni ó ti wá.
Coming from the Father.
Látọ̀dọ̀ Baba.
When we testify, we actually confirm our faith in God through Jesus Christ, and we acknowledge our belief in Him.
Tá a bá ń jẹ́rìí sí, à ń sọ nípa ìgbàgbọ́ wa nínú Kristi Jésù, a sì ń sọ ní pé a gbàgbọ́ nínú rẹ̀ gidi gan.
It also points out supremacy of God over nature and Satan.
Ó tún sọ nípa títóbi Olódùmarè tó ju gbogbo ayé lọ tó sì borí èṣù.
Finally,
ní ìparí,
fifth,
olè.
fifth, the five.
Ẹlẹ́karùn-ún.
Testimony is glory and honor returned to God.
Ẹ̀rí ń dá ògo padà àti ọlá sí ọ̀dọ̀ Ọlọ́run.
For glory and honor belongs to Him and Him alone.
Torí ògo àti ọlá jẹ́ ti ẹnìkan àti ti ẹnìkan ṣoṣo.
The passage, I am the Lord, that is my name, I will not yield my glory to
Èyí ni orúkọ mi, ògo mi ni ibi yóò fi fẹ́ lómi.
Isaiah 42 verse 8.
Ìwé Àìsáyà orí 42 ẹsẹ̀ 8.
My brothers and sisters in Christ,
Arákùnrin àti arábìnrin mi gbogbo.
we know what testimony is
A mọ ohun tí ẹ̀rí jẹ́.
and what purpose it serves in the life and living of a Christian.
Àti iṣẹ́ àti ìṣe rẹ̀ nínú ayé onígbàgbọ́ gbogbo.
Do you have causes to give testimony?
Ó ní dandan àti láti máa fi ẹ̀rí rẹ̀ hàn.
The success of your ministry
Àṣeyọrí iṣẹ́ ìránṣẹ́ màmá wa
over the last 15 years
láti bí ọdún 15 sẹ́yìn.
is worthy of proclamation.
Ó yẹ ká polongo rẹ̀.
Not only in this locality,
Kìí ṣe ní agbègbè yìí nìkan sọ.
over all the mountain top
Káàkiri àwọn orí òkè gbogbo
and throughout the world.
àti gbogbo àgbáyé.
I know you.
Bàbá mọ̀ yín.
I know you have been doing this
Ẹ ti
because
ṣe yìí.
at your instance, I remember I was in London
Bàbá rántí pé àwọn wà nílùú London
with Kábíyèsí the Ọ̀ọ̀ni.
pẹ̀lú bàbá wa Ọ̀ọ̀ni.
I was in New York.
Wọ́n wà nínú New York.
Kábíyèsí ẹ̀yìn náà wà ń bẹ̀.
Kábíyèsí is also there.
You have been doing it.
Ẹ ti ń ṣe yìí.
But you have to continue to do
Ẹ
more.
láti tẹ̀síwájú àti máa ṣe é.
Even here this morning,
Kódà níbí lówùrọ̀ yìí.
all that you are doing is giving testimony
Ohun tí ẹ ń ṣe nípa fífi ẹ̀rí hàn náà ni
of God's goodness in your life.
oore Ọlọ́run nínú ayé yín. It's a testimony. Ó ń fi ẹ̀rí hàn náà ni.
Gbé agogo ìgbàlà rẹ
Carry
yíká gbogbo ayé.
your
Gbé
bed
agogo
around
ìgbàlà rẹ yíká gbogbo ayé.
all over the world.
There should be no country of the world
Sí orílẹ̀-èdè kan ní àgbáyé
that you should leave out.
tí ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ fi sẹ́yìn láìpẹ́.
And God will continue to help you.
Amen.
There will be people.
Àwọn èèyàn yóò wà. Sing the Lord.
aṣọ àlà tí ọba